How's everybody doing this afternoon? Well, that is fantastic to hear because I'm sure that each and every one of you just participated. Well, I'm feeling pretty fantastic too, though, and let me tell you what about. I am going to describe the full disclosure principle. Now, this is some seriously exciting stuff because all the notes that you make and all the notes that you read are going to be based around this principle. And what this principle states is that all information that has an impact on a reader's understanding of financial statements has to be included in those financial statements. Now, a question some of you may be asking yourselves is, but Billy, wouldn't that much information just clutter up the financial statements? I mean, wouldn't it just draw attention away from truly meaningful numbers? And if you did ask that question, you should be patting yourself right on the back because you're absolutely right. Everything doesn't need to be disclosed. See, the full disclosure principle is often tied together and thought of with the materiality principle. Because in addition to adding information that enhances understanding, you can also keep out superfluously unnecessary information, which also enhances the understanding of the information by streamlining the data and just limiting it to the most important things. For example, let's say you're running a business, you're not going to keep track of every pencil, how much lead's left, how much eraser's left, what have you. But when you buy a bunch of pencils, it's safe to assume that the reason for that is that you used up a bunch of pencils. So just things like that don't need to be included. Now, what are some common examples of disclosures? Well, probably the most common one is the disclosure of accounting policies. For example, Ford Motor Company, in their most recent 10-K, included in the section on accounting policies, among other things, how they deal with foreign currencies, how they acknowledge labor costs, and how they recognize revenue coming from different departments. Other examples or other sections of the disclosures are going to be a little bit more specific, company specific, let's see, Kellogg Company, in their most recent 10-K, they have a section that discloses information on all their debts and the lease obligations that they have outstanding. Pandora Media, they have a section on the estimates that they need to make and the fact that some of those estimates may have a material impact on the financial statements and the numbers involved. They may be different than what the actual numbers wind up being. And probably the most specific example I could find was from General Electric, who recently sold NBC Universal to Comcast, and in their disclosures they outline the terms and conditions of the sale and what remaining stake GE has in NBCU, as they refer to it. As it turns out, they have a 49% stake, and they can sell that off in various increments depending on certain conditions. So in a nutshell, what you're going to want to do, as was discussed in class, is disclose any information that involves an accounting choice. For example, how you recognize inventory costs, LIFO, FIFO, things of that nature. But what you're also going to want to do is disclose any information regarding specific terms, conditions, or events that are related, things of that nature, that are related to the information contained within the financial statements in order to give the reader a full understanding of what those numbers mean. Thank you for your time, and now Shinro will take it away from here.